I stared at the text from my sister Lila, her words slicing through me like a jagged knife. Sorry, Tara, no room at Dad's lake house this year. My kids need space. Maybe next time. 8 years of this crap, and I was done. I built a damn empire, and they still treated me like the family failure. So I bought a lakeside hotel and booked it solid. Told Dad, guess my place is out of room too. My name's Tara, 38, a self-made event planner who clawed her way up after a brutal divorce. Lila, my 36-year-old sister, is married to Greg, a smug accountant with a knack for mediocrity. They've got 3 kids, Ethan, 11, Sophie, 9, and Liam, 7. Our dad, Harold, 65, has always picked favorites, and spoiler alert, I wasn't it. For nearly a decade, our family's tradition was a 2-week summer getaway at Dad's cozy lake house in upstate New York. It's got 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a deck overlooking Seneca Lake, plenty of space for a family reunion, right? Wrong. Every April, like clockwork, Dad would call with the same gut-punch excuse. Tara, sweetheart, I'm sorry, but the lake house is too small for everyone. Lila's family needs the rooms. Maybe next year? Meanwhile, Lila and her brew got the royal treatment. Dad would stock the fridge with their favorite snacks, buy new kayaks for the kids, and roll out the welcome mat like they were freaking. Royalty. Lila's family would sprawl across the house, leaving their junk everywhere, acting like they owned the place. The worst part? My 2 kids, Noah, 10, and Ellie, 8, would beg me every summer. Mom, why can't we go to Grandpa's like Ethan and Sophie? What was I supposed to say? That Grandpa we weren't worth the space? It wasn't just about a vacation. It was 8 years of watching Dad fawn over Lila while tossing me scraps. Lila married Greg right out of college, popped out 3 kids in 5 years, and somehow became Dad's golden child. Greg pulled a decent salary, sure, but nothing spectacular. Still, they were the perfect family. While I was the screw-dash-up god, I started my event planning business from nothing after my ex left me high and dry. I worked 14-hour days, hustling to book clients, pulling all-nighters to design perfect weddings and corporate galas. But because I worked from home, Dad assumed I was just messing around. At family dinners, he'd say, Tara's still finding her way, while Lila smirked. Must be nice to set your own hours, she'd coo, her fake smile dripping with venom. I'd go crazy not knowing when my next paycheck's coming. The lake house snub was the loudest proof of their favoritism. Every summer, Lila's Instagram was a parade of perfect family moments. Her kids splashing in the lake, Greg fishing off the dock, her sipping wine on the deck, my kids and I stuck at home, hitting the local park or binge-watching Netflix. Last June, I hit my breaking point. I just landed a massive contract to plan a tech CEO's 50th birthday bash, $150,000 in the bank. My biggest win yet. I was buzzing to share the news at Dad's birthday barbecue. Nice work, Tara, Dad said when I told him, barely looking up from his burger. Maybe now you can get a real job. Lila snickered. Yeah, Tara, playing with party decorations is cute, but it's not a career. I swallowed my rage like always. Later, as Dad gave his annual no room at the lake house speech, Lila twisted the knife. Tara, if you had a stable job, maybe you could afford your own vacation. We shouldn't have to give up our family time because you're still figuring it out. Dad nodded. She's got a point, Tara. Greg works hard. His kids deserve this. I smiled, said, sure, enjoy. But inside, I was done. Done with their pity, their jabs, their smug superiority. That night, I vowed to flip the script out by September. My business was on fire. Word of the CEO's party spread, and clients were begging for my services. I raised my rates, hired 3 staff, and started eyeing bigger projects. I kept it quiet, still driving my beat-up Toyota, living in my modest duplex, dressing like I wasn't pulling 6 figures. Then in March, right when Dad's call was due, I made a move. I bought a small lakeside hotel 2 hours from his place, 15 rooms, a gourmet restaurant, and a private dock. The previous owners had tanked it, so I snagged it cheap. I poured $250,000 into renovations, sleek suites, a heated pool, a kids' adventure zone that screamed luxury. I named it Lakeview Oasis, and it was mine out by May. The hotel was ready. I soft-launched with a few guests, and the reviews were glowing. Bookings poured in. When Dad called with his predictable spiel, I cut him off. No worries, Dad. Noah, Ellie, and I have plans. He sounded relieved. Oh, good. Where to? I smirked. Just a little spot I found. Nothing big. I didn't. Tell him I owned it. In July, I took my kids to Lakeview Oasis. We stayed in the penthouse suite, 2 bedrooms, floor-to-ceiling windows, a balcony over the water. Noah's jaw dropped. Mom, this is insane. We're staying here. Ellie squealed, racing to the pool. We spent 2 weeks swimming, boating, eating like kings. My kids had never been happier. I'd never felt prouder. But the real fun was coming. I started making calls. First, my Aunt Linda and Uncle Ray, Dad's sister, and her husband, always kind to me and my kids. They've got 2 teens, Mia and Josh, who love Noah and Ellie. Linda, how about a weekend at my hotel? All expenses paid. Just family, she gasped. Tara, that's too much. I insisted. Next, I called my cousin Nate, who's been scraping by since his wife's medical bills piled up. Then my mom's old friend, Carla, who'd always sent my kids birthday cards. I invited 18 family members to a Labor Day blowout at Lakeview Oasis. Everyone except Dad and Lila. Labor Day weekend hit like a thunderclap. Lakeview Oasis was alive, guests laughing, kids splashing in the pool, the restaurant buzzing with the clink of wine glasses and the sizzle of gourmet burgers. My invited family members arrived wide-eyed. At the sleek glass entrance, their gasps echoing as they took in the polished wood floors, the chandeliers sparkling like a constellation, and the lake shimmering beyond the infinity pool. Aunt Linda hugged me so tight I couldn't breathe. Tara, this is unreal. You built this? Uncle Ray's jaw was on the floor. Kid, you're a damn genius. My heart swelled, but the sting of exclusion still burned. 8 years of being sidelined, and now I was the one calling the shots. I planned every detail to perfection. The chef whipped up a feast: lobster rolls, truffle fries, a dessert bar with chocolate fountains that had the kids screaming in delight. We had kayak races, a bonfire with s'mores, and a nighttime boat tour under a sky exploding with stars. Noah and Ellie ran wild with their cousins, their laughter bouncing off the water. For once, my kids weren't the ones left out. They were the stars of the show. But the real drama was brewing. On Saturday night, as we gathered for dinner, Uncle Ray pulled me aside. Tara, you didn't invite Harold or Lila. Why? His voice was soft, but his eyes searched mine. I took a deep breath. For 8 years, Dad told me there was no room for us at his lake house. Lila's family got it all. Every summer, my kids cried, asking why they weren't good enough. So, I made my own space. And guess what? It's full. Ray's face fell. He knew the history. He'd heard Dad's excuses, Lila's snide remarks. That's heavy, he said, shaking his head. But this is incredible. The truth spread like wildfire. By Sunday, every relative was whispering about Dad's favoritism. Cousin Nate cornered me by the pool. Tara, I always thought it was weird you weren't at the lake house. Harold said it was a space issue, but this feels personal. I nodded, my throat tight. It was. And I'm done pretending it wasn't. The air felt electric, like the calm before a storm. Then it hit that Monday morning. As guests packed to leave, my phone buzzed. Dad, Tara, what the hell is going on? His voice was a mix of confusion and rage. Ray called. Said you own a hotel? And you invited half the family but not us? What's wrong with you? My pulse raced. What's wrong with me? Dad, you've told me for 8 years there's no room for my kids at your place. Now my hotel's booked solid. Funny how that works. Silence. Then that's not the same. My house is small. I laughed, bitter. Small? It's got 3 bedrooms. You just chose Lila's family over mine. Every damn year. He sputtered. Tara, you're twisting this. I was trying to keep things fair. Fair? My blood boiled. Fair was telling my kids they weren't welcome. Fair was letting Lila mock my job while you nodded along. I'm done, Dad. Enjoy your lake house. I hung up, my hand shaking. But the drama wasn't over. 20 minutes later, Lila called screaming. You're a petty bitch, Tara. Dad's a mess. How could you exclude us like this? I smirked. Exclude you? Like you excluded me for 8 years? How's it feel, Lila? She gasped. That's different. The lake house can't fit everyone. I cut her off. Neither can my hotel. Too bad. The calls didn't stop. Dad left voicemails, his tone swinging from guilt-tripping to furious. Tara, I raised you better than this. Family doesn't do this. I didn't reply. Lila took to social media, posting cryptic rants about ungrateful siblings and fake success. Family group chats lit up. Aunt Linda texted, Tara, I heard Harold's side. He's wrong. You've been so strong through this. Nate chimed in, Lila's out of line. We all saw how they treated you. For the first time, I wasn't alone. People saw the truth got by evening. The weekend was over, but the high lingered. Noah and Ellie hugged me as we drove home. Mom, that was the best trip ever, Noah said, his eyes bright. Ellie nodded. Can we do it again? I smiled, tears pricking. You bet, kiddo. I'd built something bigger than a hotel. I'd built a space where my kids felt wanted, where I wasn't the family outcast. But Lila and Dad? They were just getting started. The fallout was a wildfire, and I was holding the match. After Labor Day, my phone was a war zone. Dad's voicemails piled up, each one angrier than the last. Tara, this is spiteful. You're tearing the family apart. Oh, the irony. 8 years of being erased, and I'm the villain? Lila's social media tantrums hit new lows, subtweeting about jealous nobodies who buy success to feel special. Subtle, sis. Real subtle. I didn't respond. Why bother? I was too busy running Lakeview Oasis, where bookings were through the roof. Guests raved about the plush suites, the lakefront yoga sessions, the gourmet tacos that made foodies weep. My kids, Noah and Ellie, were thriving swimming in the pool, making friends with guest kids, finally feeling like they belonged. But every night, I'd see their faces. Those summer nights they'd ask, why doesn't Grandpa want us? The rage still simmered. I wasn't done. Thanksgiving loomed, always a big deal at Dad's lake house. Every year, La's family got the prime seats at his oak dining table, while I'd been offered a folding chair in the corner like some stray dog begging for scraps. This time, Dad called early November, his voice syrupy. Tara, let's put this behind us. Come to Thanksgiving. Family needs to stick together. I laughed, sharp. Really, Dad? Your table seats 10. Lila's crew is 5. You and Mom make 7. Where do Noah, Ellie, and I sit? The garage? He stammered. We'll figure it out. Same old song. Pass, I said. We've got plans. My plans? A Thanksgiving blowout at Lakeview Oasis. I invited Aunt Linda, Uncle Ray, cousin, Nate, and 10 other relatives who always had my back. The restaurant was decked out golden tablecloths, a turkey carved like art, cranberry martinis flowing. The kids ran wild on the indoor play zone, shrieking with joy. Linda raised a glass. To Tara, who built this paradise from nothing? My chest tightened. For once, I wasn't invisible. Then, the bomb dropped. Mid-dinner, Nate whispered, Tara, check your phone. Lila had posted a live video from Dad's lake house, whining to her followers. Some people think they're too good for family now. Buying hotels doesn't make you better than us. The camera panned to Dad, nodding like a sad puppy. It's heartbreaking, he said. Tara's change. Change? I nearly choked. Change? I muttered. I just stopped eating their crumbs. Linda overheard, her eyes blazing. They're pathetic. Let's show them. We did. I posted a reel from the Oasis tables, groaning with food, kids laughing, the lake sparkling under string lights. Caption, plenty of room at my table. It went viral. Family group chats exploded. Cousin Nate texted, Tara, that was savage. Leela's losing it. Aunt Linda called Dad out in the family chat. Harold, you sidelined Tara for years. She's shining now, and you're mad? Grow up. For the first time, the family wasn't buying Dad's sob story. Lila called the next day, voice shaking. You're humiliating us. Dragging this online? Real mature, Tara, I smirked. Humiliating. Like you posting about my fake success? Or Dad telling everyone I'm unstable? Pot, meat kettle? She gasped. We were just honest. You can't afford a hotel. Where'd the money come from? I leaned into the phone. From working my ass off while you mocked me. That's where. Enjoy Dad's lake house, Lila. Hope it's worth it. I hung up, heart pounding, a grin creeping across my face. The high was unreal, but reality crept in. Noah overheard me venting to Linda and asked, Mom, why is Aunt Lila so mad? His big eyes killed me. She's just upset we have our own place now, I said, dodging the truth. He frowned. But we're happy here. Why isn't she? God, how do you explain jealousy to a kid? I hugged him. Some people don't. Like seeing others win. He nodded, but I saw the hurt. Lila's kids weren't the problem. They didn't deserve this mess stop by December. Lakeview Oasis was booked solid through spring. I hired 5 more staff, extended the restaurant hours, and started planning a spa edition. My event planning business was soaring too. I was booking celebrity weddings now. My name in industry blogs. But Dad's next call threw me. Tara, let's do Christmas at your hotel. We'll pay. Let's fix this. Fix this? After 8 years of no room? I wasn't falling for it. Dad's Christmas offer hit like a cheap shot. Tara, we'll pay for rooms at Lakeview Oasis. Let's be a family again. His voice dripped with fake sincerity. Pay? After 8 years of shoving me out? I laughed. Cold. Sorry, Dad. Hotels booked through New Year's, no room. Silence. You're serious? He sputtered. Dead serious, I shot back. Just like your lake house, out of space. I hung up, my heart racing, a mix of fury and triumph burning in my chest. The truth? I had one suite open, but I'd rather burn it than let Dad and Lila waltz in. Lakeview Oasis was my sanctuary, not their redemption tour. Christmas prep was in full swing, guests flooding in. The lobby glowing with fairy lights, a massive tree sparkling by the fireplace. My staff hustled, serving hot cocoa and planning sleigh rides. Noah and Ellie were obsessed, helping decorate cookies in the restaurant, their giggles echoing. For the first time, we had a holiday where my kids weren't second class. But Lila wasn't done. She sent a text. Tara, you're punishing Dad. He's heartbroken. Let us come for Christmas. The kids miss their cousins. The kids? My blood boiled. Your kids miss mine? Or you miss showing off? I typed back. No reply. Then she posted a sob story on Instagram, a photo of her kids looking sad at Dad's lake house. Captioned, when family chooses grudges over love. The comments. Ate it up strangers calling me cruel. I wanted to scream. Grudges? She'd erased my kids for years. I didn't bite. Instead, I invited my loyal crew Linda, Ray, Nate, and 12 other relatives for Christmas at the Oasis. We had a feast. Roasted duck, mashed potatoes with truffle butter, a dessert bar that made eyes pop. The kids tore through gifts on the private beach, snow dust in the sand. Linda pulled me aside. Tara, this is magical. You built a home for us all. Her words hit deep. I wasn't just winning. I was rewriting the story. Then, the drama. Exploded. Christmas Eve, my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered, cautious. Tara? It's Greg. Lila's husband? My stomach dropped. What do you want? He sighed. Lila's a wreck. She knows she screwed up. Can we talk? In person? I froze. Why should I? He lowered his voice. Because I'm leaving her. I'm done with her games, and I know about the lake house. My jaw hit the floor. Leaving her. Meet me tomorrow, he said. Neutral ground. The diner on Route 12. Christmas morning, I left Noah and Ellie with Linda and drove to the diner. Greg sat in a booth, looking like he hadn't slept in days. Tara, I'm sorry, he started. Lila and Harold planned it every summer. They'd say there was no room to keep you out. Lila thought your business was a joke. She was jealous. Always has been. Jealous? My mind spun. Why tell me now? He rubbed his face. Because I'm tired of the lies. I'm filing for divorce. I want the kids to know their cousins. I stared, speechless. Divorce? This was nuclear doubt I drove back, head reeling. Greg's words confirmed everything, Lila's cruelty, Dad's complicity. But it also cracked something open. Lila's perfect. Life was crumbling. I should have felt vindicated, but part of me ached. Noah and Ellie deserve cousins, not this mess. That night, at the Oasis's Christmas dinner, I toasted with my real family Linda, Ray, Nate, the ones who saw me. To building our own tables, I said, voice cracking. Glasses clinked. Noah hugged me. Love you, Mom. Lila's next move was desperate. She showed up unannounced on December 26th, kids in tow, at the hotel's front desk. Tara, you stay, please. Her eyes were red, her voice shaky. My staff looked to me tense. No vacancies, I said, stone cold. You should have booked earlier, like 8 years ago. Her kids looked confused, Ethan whispering, why can't we stay? My heart broke, but I stood firm. Ask your mom, I said, walking away. Lila's sob echoed behind me. The high was bitter. I'd won, but at what cost? Noah overheard, later asking, Mom, why is Aunt Lila crying? I knelt, throat tight. Sometimes people hurt others and don't know how to fix it. He nodded, but his eyes were sad. I hugged him, vowing to protect his heart. Lila and Dad could fight for their redemption. I was done playing their game. Lila's Christmas stunt lit a fuse, but I wasn't ready for the explosion. January hit, and Lakeview Oasis was a juggernaut book solid. TripAdvisor's top pick, my name in local papers. My event planning business was killing it too, landing. A senator's gala. But family drama? It never sleeps. Cousin Nate's daughter, Sophie, was getting married in March, and I got a call. Tara, Sophie wants you at the wedding, Nate said. It's at a vineyard near Syracuse, but Lila and Harold will be there. My stomach nodded. I'll come, I said. But I'm bringing backup. Backup meant Marcus, my go-to security guy from the hotel. No way was I letting Lila ruin Sophie's day. The vineyard was stunning rolling hills, fairy lights, a barn decked out in white roses. Noah and Ellie looked sharp, him in a tiny blazer, her in a lavender dress. I wore a sleek black gown, head high, ready for war. Lila spotted me at the cocktail hour, her face sour. Tara, she said, voice tight. Didn't expect you? I smirked. Sophie invited me. Guess there's room for me here. Dad approached, hesitant. Tara, you look great. The kids too. His eyes darted, nervous. Can we talk about Christmas? I raised a brow. What's to say? You chose your side for 8 years. I chose mine. He flinched, but Lila jumped in, wine glass wobbling. You're so dramatic. Acting like a victim. Because we needed space. I laughed, sharp. Space? You mean the space you hogged while my kids got nothing? Save it, Lila. Marcus hovered nearby, his presence a silent threat. The reception was a powder keg. Sophie, radiant in her gown, hugged me. Tara, thank you for coming. Your resort weekend? My family's still raving. Her words warned me, but then I saw the seating chart. Me, Noah, and Ellie were at the head table with Nate's family. Lila, Dad, and her kids? Shoved to a corner table near the bar. Sophie's choice was loud. Lila's face turned purple. Dad looked like he'd swallowed a lemon. During the toast, Nate stood. To Sophie, and to family who show up like Tara. Who's built an empire and still makes time for us? The room cheered. Lila slammed her glass down, storming to the bar. Later, she cornered me, slurring. You're poisoning everyone against us. This is low, Tara. I stepped closer, voice ice. Low? Like telling my kids they don't belong? 8 years, Lila. 8 years of your crap. I'm done. Marcus appeared. Everything okay, Miss Tara? Lila froze. You brought security? I grinned. Insurance against drama. Good call, right? She stumbled back, tears welling. You're heartless. Heartless? My fist clenched. Heartless was watching Noah cry every summer, wondering why Grandpa didn't want him. Heartless was you mocking my hustle while I built a business from ash. Go cry somewhere else. I turned away, heart pounding, as Sophie pulled me to dance. With her, forget her, Tara, your family. Her words were a lifeline. The next morning, Aunt Linda called. Tara, Lila's telling everyone you humiliated her at the wedding. Harold's backing her up. I snorted. Humiliated? They did that themselves, Linda sighed. I told Harold he's wrong. You've been gracious too long. Sophie's seating chart? That was her saying you matter. I swallowed hard. For once, the family saw me not Lila's lies, not Dad's excuses. By April, Lakeview Oasis was a machine. I bought a second property, a mountain lodge in the Adirondacks. 18 rooms, perfect for corporate retreats. My business partner, Jenna, was pumped. Tara, this could be a chain. You're unstoppable. I felt it too. Noah and Ellie were shining straight A's, swim team champs, no longer asking why Grandpa didn't call. But Leela's next move blindsided me. She emailed, Tara, I'm sorry. I was jealous. Can we talk? Jealous? After years of her venom? I stared at the screen, torn. Was this real or another trap? Lila's email sat like a grenade in my inbox. I was jealous, she wrote. Jealous? After 8 years of sneers and snubs? I wanted to delete it, but something stopped me. Was she finally cracking? I replied, cautious. Meet me at Lakeview. Oasis, neutral ground, one chance, my gut churned. Was I opening a door I'd slammed shut? The Adirondack Lodge, Mountain Crest Retreat, was my new obsession. It opened in May, a sleek haven with cedar cabins, a spa that smelled like lavender, and trails winding through pine forests. Guests raved. Bookings stretched into 2026. My event planning business was now national, handling A-list galas. Noah, 11, talked about starting his own company someday. Ellie, 9, wanted to design the lodge's menus. My kids were my fire, and I built an empire for them. But Lila's shadow loomed. She arrived at the Oasis in June, alone, no kids, no Greg. Her face was pale, eyes puffy. "Tara," she started, voice low. "I'm sorry. I was awful. I saw your success, and it scared me." Scared her? I crossed my arms. "You mocked my job, sidelined my kids, and backed Dad's excuses. Why now?" She swallowed. "Greg left me. He said I was toxic, obsessed with being the favorite. He told me about the lake house, how I pushed you out." My jaw tightened. "You chose that, Lila. You let my kids feel worthless." She cried, real tears. "I was jealous of your hustle, your freedom. My life's predictable, same job, same house. You built this." She gestured at the gleaming lobby. I didn't soften. "You don't get to cry now. You hurt Noah and Ellie. You don't fix that with tears." She nodded, voice breaking. "I know. I want to make it right. Can my kids visit? As guests?" I hesitated. "Paying guests, no family discounts. And no promises." She agreed, eyes down. Dad called next. "Tara, Lila told me everything. I was wrong. I favored her, and I hurt you. I'm sorry." His voice cracked, but I wasn't ready. "You made my kids feel like nothing. Words don't erase that." He paused. "I want to see the Oasis, please." I sighed. "Book a room like everyone else. I'm done with special treatment." He booked for July. No exceptions. The summer was electric. Both properties thrived. Oasis packed with families. Mountain Crest hosting tech retreats. I hired 10 more staff, plan a third property in Vermont. Noah and Ellie swam daily, their confidence soaring. Then Leela's kids arrived. Ethan, Sophie, and Liam ran to Noah and Ellie, hugging like no time had passed. I watched, heart twisting. Kids shouldn't pay for their mom's sins. Lila paid full price, stayed quiet, and left without drama. Progress, maybe. August brought the real explosion. Sophie's wedding video went viral. Someone leaked footage of Lila's drunken rant. Comments roasted her. "Entitled much? Tara's a boss." My inbox flooded with support. Aunt Linda texted, "Harold's mortified. He's finally seeing Lila's true colors." Dad visited the Oasis, awestruck. "Tara, this is incredible. I was blind." I nodded cool. "You were, but I built this without you." He teared up. "Can we start over?" I looked at Noah and Ellie, laughing on the beach. "For them, maybe, but it's on my terms." The final twist? At a family barbecue in September, Nate stood up, glass raised. To Tara, who showed us family isn't blood, it's who shows up. The crowd cheered. Lila, there with her kids, stayed silent but clapped. Dad hugged me, whispering, "I'm proud." I pulled back. "Good, but I didn't need your pride." To get here, I walked to the beach, Noah and Ellie at my side, the sunset painting the sky gold. My Empire 2 Resorts, 60 staff, a name that echoed proved I was never the failure they thought. I built my own table, my own peace, my own damn legacy. And there's always room for those who deserve it. That's the end of today's story. Did things turn out the way you thought? Or were there some surprises along the way? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't joined the community yet, now's the perfect time. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you're always the first to catch new stories. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next adventure.